The 4-2-1-3 YouTube, the most meta formation on FC25. So on this Friday, for the Bundesliga Team of the Season drops, I'm going to show you the best 4-2-1-3 custom tactics that you should be using this weekend league and what I'm going to be using this weekend league as well. I'm going to show you some gameplay clips, but before we get into that, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's get into the gameplay clips and the custom tactic. For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC25 coins, please go and check out mmoexp.com, especially with Team of the Season now here. Use code WOLF at the checkout for a massive 8% off your order. Link is below. Go now. So all of these gameplay clips are actually from my stream yesterday on Thursday of me using, of course, the dreaded 4-2-1-3. And I thought, because I knew that I was going to bring this video out on Friday for you today, especially because of, for example, Team of the Season Weekend League, I thought, yeah, let's use it in Rivals and show you what it's all about. And it really just is, YouTube. And I know I say it all the time, but it really just is the best formation on the game. And I actually talk about it a little bit in my video, but I almost feel like the game was coded built around the 4-2-1-3, because you kind of just have like the perfect passing lanes, the perfect passing options, you have the perfect amount of defenders to defend, but then also you have the perfect amount of attackers to attack. It really just is a very broken formation, and I actually think it is more broken than the 4-3-2-1 of the previous couple of years. I really do believe that. And I think why it is so good is the fact that you have two CDMs and then a cam right in front of it. So it's why I actually enjoy the 4-2-3-1 in terms of the three cams as well. When you have a formation on this game with two CDMs and then like a cam in front of them two CDMs, the game just feels a lot easier to play. Like, it really does just feel easy to play, and you get a perfect press with the formation. All the players are just built perfectly into the game and where they should and shouldn't be. Like I said, I feel like this game was genuinely just coded with the 4-2-1-3 in mind. Like, I really truly do believe that. The custom tactics that I think you should use and what I'm using now, like in this video that you will see, just make this formation, without a shadow of a doubt, the most overpowered meta formation that I've ever seen. But this is going to be the last gameplay segment of it. So without any further ado, YouTube, let's get into the custom tactics, which is why you're here. Now, remember, the code for these custom tactics will be the top pinned comment down below in the comment section as well. And it will also be in the last 15, 20, 30 seconds of the video as well. So if you want to copy these custom tactics without having to, like, put everything in singly and manually, you can just type in the code and you will get these exact custom tactics that I am using. So as we move on into the tactical preset, of course, that is going to be on custom. I don't know why you would want to use anything else other than custom, but some of you might, but not me. Custom is the way to go. The formation, of course, is the 4-2-1-3, and I'm actually going to talk to you a little bit about this. Now, I feel, and I don't know if any of you agree with this, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on this. I feel like FC25, the game that we're playing, was made and coded with the 4-2-1-3 in mind. Everything just works in this formation. You have the perfect passing lanes, the perfect amount of defending, the perfect amount of players going forward. It almost feels like when they were testing the game before it released in September last year, that they were testing it playing the 4-2-1-3. That's really what it feels like. So it is without a shadow of a doubt the most meta formation on the game. I actually don't enjoy using it. I prefer like a 4-4-2, a 4-2-3-1, a 4-2-2, stuff like that. But the 4-2-1-3 is the most meta, and you will get the best results if you use this formation. And I get the best results when I'm using this formation as well. So that is probably a little bit of an input in my head why I feel like this formation is so good. I feel like the game was coded with this formation in mind. That's how it feels like to me. Now, as we move on into the build-up style, there are two options, like I've said in a lot of my recent videos. Option number one is the option that I'm using, and that is counter on the build-up style. Yes, counter on the build-up style, in my humble opinion, is the best thing to use. I love it. Our team runs back and defends really well, but then breaks forward at pace. But if you are someone that is a more methodical, possession-based player, which maybe a lot of people, maybe hardly any of you, but I'm talking directly to you if you are that person, I would play balanced on the build-up style. This means that the players will come short as well as running behind. They kind of mix it up, which is a very good thing. But I just like to be very aggressive and YOLO in my attacking play. I like to attack with a lot of intensity and very quickly, which is why counter just suits me that little bit more. As we move on into the defensive approach, of course, we did get a big patch last week, which did kind of nerf the 95 depth, but not as much as possibly I thought. Basically, what they've done with the 95 depth is they have completely killed the pressing aspect of that line height, which in my opinion is what made it so good. So you can still use the 95 line height, but you just won't get that automatic press and automatic offside trap like you did before, which for me is now why I don't use it. So I've gone back to my tried and trusted 70 on the line height, which is of course high on the defensive approach. That is the best thing. If you are someone though that does struggle defensively, which that could be everyone or hardly anyone that is watching this video, I would recommend going down to like the 50 line height, which is balanced. I think that is the best one for you to use, but for me, I am using that 70 line height. As we now move into the player roles, remember what I say in all of my videos when we have one striker formations, I use advance forward and attack on that role. That is definitely the best thing to use in a one striker formation, like for example a 4-2-3-1, a 4-2-1-3 like today, a 4-4-1-1. Advance forward and attack is the best when you are using just a one striker formation. I then play, and this hasn't really changed much at all really, double inside forward and balanced on the focus on both the left winger and the right winger. This gives us a lot of passing options. They will come shorter a little bit, but they will also make a lot of penetrating runs in behind, as you will see there. So very, very, very nice. Inside forward and balanced on both the left winger and the right winger. Now the cam, there are two options that you can use with this. Okay, so option number one is the option that I use, which is playmaker, but then balanced on the focus. I much prefer this. There's no real reason why, it just seems to work when I use it. My cam seems to pick up nicer positions when I'm using that. But if you, again, like I was saying earlier with the build-up style in terms of the team tactics, if you are someone that is a more possession-based player, playmaker but with build-up on the focus is very, very, very good. And you see there with the ball that the cam does drop in a little bit more compared to unbalanced, which is kind of very, very, very nice if you are that possession-based methodical player. But I'm not, so I don't really feel it necessary to do that. So I play playmaker and balance. Shadow striker as well is very good, but I don't think it's good in a 4-2-1-3. I feel like shadow striker for me, for example, I use Shadow Striker in the 4-4-1-1. That really works in the 4-4-1-1. I don't really feel like it works in the 4-2-1-3. Now, this is a bit of a key change that I have now done. I used to play double deep line playmaker and defend on both of my CDMs, but I did notice that they were just not involved in the attack as much as I wanted them to be. So I have now gone with double deep line playmaker still, but on both of them on the focus, I have gone with build up on that focus. So double deep line playmaker with build up on the focus. It just means that they have a little bit more license to get forward than they would normally when they're on deep line playmaker and defend, which does help us out actually with, again, keeping hold of the ball and being a bit more methodical, because even though I am a YOLO player, sometimes I do need just to slow it down a little bit in my attack. So now, because of the formation that I'm actually bringing you in today's video, being the most meta formation in the game, we have to play fullback and defend on both the left back and the right back. So double fullback defend on both the left back and the right back. If we don't, we will get caught out in the counter attack way too easily. Our opponent will more than likely be playing a 4-2-1-3, will more than likely be playing a bit of a counter low depth. So when we lose the ball in our transition, if we have an overlapping wing back, our opponent's winger will just be running straight down on our goal and we will be caught out in no man's land. Now, both centre backs though, nice and simple, are just on defender and defend, but then the goalkeeper is now on sweeper keeper and balance. That is a bit of a key change that I've done over the last few weeks on my goalkeeper. And there you will see the code right on your screen right there, YouTube. And that is, of course, going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do. Drop that, well, smash that like button for me. And please hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive male attitude. Peace out.